Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be flying out the S-199 Sakeen, or knife in Hebrew. The S-199 was a fighter, a part of the Israeli Air Force built after World War II. It was a modified Bf-109G airframe and was using a Junkers Jumo 211F engine instead of the unavailable Daimler-Benz DB605 engine. There were 603 Sakeens produced by Avia between 1947 and 1949. This aircraft was constructed in Czechoslovakia with leftover Luftwaffe aircraft parts/plans. It was sold to Israel for about $190,000 for a fully equipped Sakeen in 1948, but present day this would be around $2 million. It had two 13mm nose-mounted machine guns and two 20mm machine guns, one on each wing. The Sakeen was used in the Arab-Israeli conflict to fight Arab-operated Spitfires over the Middle East in 1948. This aircraft was complained about a lot, with it being too nose-heavy and having poor low-speed handling. It was overall admitted to be difficult to handle on any state of flight other than when it was parked in its hangar. I can see why its pilots said that even in War Thunder. I would not recommend this aircraft because it really underperforms and isn't superior to a lot of different aircraft. Anyway, here's me flying the S-199 Sakeen. As I'm scanning the area for enemies, I see a P-39Q going for my teammate, so I turn in to try and help. As I'm in the turn, I look around to make sure no enemy is coming in to try and kill me. My teammate kills the P-39, so now I'm going to dive on the P-40 below me. As I'm getting in closer, he dives down, so I'm going to follow him. He's going to climb in above me, but that's no problem. I'm just going to climb up with him. As I come back around, I'm going to dump my flaps to tighten up my turn. Now that I'm behind him, I'm going to try to take a couple shots. Unfortunately, they don't hit. Now that he's turning in towards me, this is my chance to fire. Hit him there. Get a crit. As I come back around, I fire at him again. Get severe damage. My teammate tries to take him as usual. Fire the last shot, and I'm able to take him out. This MiG-3 and I got some nice formation flying. As I'm looking around me, I see an A-36 on my teammate. I warn everybody about him, and then I turn away with my wingman. As I'm coming in closer, I'm going to start my dive. Fire there, set him on fire, and get the assist. As I'm looking around, I see a lot of people below me, so I'm going to dive. I'm going to use the forward slip technique, which is opposite aileron and opposite rudder. That will help me hold a certain airspeed and make me descend a lot quicker. It doesn't look like anybody knows that I'm above them, so I'm going to try to go for this Yak 9. I'm going to fire a couple times here, hit him, and I'm able to kill him. Now the three guys that were in front of him are clueless, so I'm going to fire at them. Kill the Hurricane, kill the C-200, and I kill the Yak 9. Now I'm going to turn around and stay above all my enemies. As I'm in the turn, I see an I-153 that's oblivious to what's going on, so now I'm going to dive on him. As he climbs up to me, I fire and kill him. That's an ace right there, but now I have a Yak 7 coming head-on with me. I fire and unfortunately miss. As he climbs up, I'm going to keep my turn going and waiting for him to dive on me. There's the dive. I'm going to climb up above his nose. Dump my flaps here to tighten up my turn. Now I'm going to raise my flaps to gain some energy back, but stay in my turn. While we're still turning, he levels out. I'm able to fire at him. But unfortunately, none of the shots connect. After he turns away, I look around me to see if there's any enemies behind me. He changes his mind and heads back to his base, so I'm going to do the same thing to reload. I see him taking off now from his airfield that doesn't have artillery, so I'm going to dive on him. Use the forward slip technique, which is opposite aileron and opposite rudder. As I'm pulling around, I realize that this is a different aircraft, but that's no problem. I spray him down here, and I'm able to take him out. Nice 6-kill game. I see a Bf-109 E3 below me, so now I'm going to turn towards him and dive. Now we're both in a dive. Fire here, set him on fire, and take him out. Now I'm going to use all my speed and energy that I just gained to climb back up to altitude. I see a Yak 1 below me, so now I'm going to dive on him. I'm going to pull up just a little bit because I don't want to have too much energy in the dive. I fire at him here and rip his tail off. After that kill, this P-39 comes out of nowhere from above, but thankfully he misses. He overshoots. I get behind him. Unfortunately not able to hit him, but I'm able to here. I'm not going to follow him up because I know that he has a ton more energy than I do. If I were to follow him up, I would be energy trapped, stall, and he would just get a quick and easy kill on me. Now he's chasing me, so I'm going to dive, get some speed and energy, climb back up to him. As you can see, I'm about to black out, but I don't because I pushed my nose down. As we're both pulling in, we get our noses onto each other, and here we're in a 50-50. I fire, but instead of me hitting him, I get hit. You really don't want to get yourself into 50-50s like that, but the reason why I did it is because he's overall just the superior aircraft to me, and I just wanted to take a risk. I call my team and climb back up to altitude. Now that I've side climbed away a little bit and came back, we're both kinda going head on. As I see that he turns into me, I dive away because he's literally better than me in every aspect. He changes his mind and goes for my teammate instead, so this is my time to pull back up. He misses my teammate. I'm on his 6, but he's smart and just climbs back up. I've been at a very high power setting this whole time in the Sakeen because if I'm not, I will literally fall out of the sky. That's one of the many reasons why I don't recommend you the Sakeen. Since I've been at such a high power setting, my water has been overheating for a while now. You really need to be paying attention to your oil and water temperature because if you don't, they will overheat over time and your engine will slowly start to quit. This happens when you're at a high power setting and slow, most of the time when you're climbing up to altitude. Now of course this P-39's back to boom and zooming me, so I'm going to dive. He breaks off of me and goes for my teammate instead, so now is my time to climb up. Now he's coming back for me, so I'm going to dive away. And now I try to maneuver out of the way of his bullets. I'm able to. Now we both have a lot of energy, so here I'm going to follow him up and try to fire a couple shots. I didn't lead my bullets far enough, so now they all came up short. And now he gets too far away. I've had enough of this, so now I'm going to return back to the base. He outperforms me in everything, and my engine's also on life support. This is a great example of what I was talking about earlier. If you have a high power setting for too long, your oil and water will overheat eventually, and your engine will slowly start to die. Literally just now I've had to shut down my engine to cool my water down. Now that my water's cooled down, I restarted my engine and put some power in. I'm not going to use full power because I'm trying to keep my engine on for as long as possible. I'm coming in way fast here on short final, but I'm not going to do a go around because of the state of my engine. And there's the touchdown. Now since this is a tailwheel aircraft, I can't use a lot of brakes. If I do use a lot of brakes, I'm just going to nose over, have a prop strike, and then the mechanics are going to be pissed at me. Now the tables have turned and I'm above the P-39, so now I'm going to dive. It doesn't even look like he knows that I'm here, so I'm just going to fire away. Set him on fire, and he's down. It really helps to be aware of your surroundings. And just like that, we win the game. Thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If anyone has any suggestions on what aircraft I should fly next, please leave it in the comment section down below, and I would be happy to fly that aircraft.